Welcome to the Immigrant's Way podcast with the immigration attorney Margaret W. Wong with over 40 years of experience. Enjoy.
We are specifically talking about cancellation of removal for certain non-permanent residents. This is a form of relief from deportation or removal. So if an alien who is in the country legally, either by entering the country legally or by overstaying his stay, is placed in removal proceedings in front of an immigration judge, he can file for cancellation of removal for certain non-permanent residents, or also known as Form EIR 42B, if they meet certain criteria. So first of all, they have to be in removal or deportation proceedings. Someone cannot file this application by simply submitting a form to the USCIS. They have to be in so-called removal proceedings in front of an immigration judge. In order to be eligible to apply for this form of relief from deportation, they have to have been in the United States for more than 10 years from the date that the NTA was issued. So what is an NTA? NTA is a notice to appear in front of a judge issued to those who are in the country legally. So someone has been placed in deportation or removal proceedings. They receive this notice to appear. The notice to appear has a date, the date that is issued or served upon this alien. So in order for him to qualify for cancellation of removal, alien has to have been in the United States for more than 10 years from the date that the notice to appear was issued. So if someone has been here for 7 years, he does not qualify for this form of relief. The second criteria is that alien who is applying for cancellation of removal has a qualifying relative. A qualifying relative is either a child who is under the age of 18, who is a U.S. citizen or a legal permanent resident. Qualifying relative can also be a spouse, a husband or wife, who is either a citizen or a green card holder. Qualifying relative also can be a parent. Again, a parent has to be a U.S. citizen or a green card holder. So the first two criteria we covered is 10 years of continuous physical presence, having a qualifying relative, but also you have to have maintained a good moral character during the years that you have been in the United States. So during those 10 years, you have to be a good person, no criminal records. There are criminal records that disqualify you. So you have to maintain a good moral character. Criminal records can be minor misdemeanors, can be crimes, but always case-by-case basis. There are certain crimes that disqualify you from being a good moral character. So you do not qualify for cancellation of removal. The other criteria, which is often the most difficult to establish in court, is the extreme and unusual hardship that your qualifying relatives have to suffer because of your deportation. So if you have established in court that you have 10 years of continuous physical presence, that you have qualifying relatives, and then that you are a good person with no criminal records, you also have to establish that your qualifying relative will suffer extreme and unusual hardship, extremely unusual hardship, if you are deported from the United States. And in this case, you have to prove hardships, which can be medical hardship, financial hardship, hardship because of separation. In most of the cases, in order to establish hardship, you have to show a severe medical condition of your qualifying relative. You have to show that this medical condition cannot be treated in your home country. That will be extremely difficult for your relative to relocate in your home country with you, or that he cannot stay in the United States without you, meaning the alien who is placed in deportation. There is other criteria such as discretion, that the judge will look into your past, whether there are multiple immigration violations. So there are so many things to establish that you qualify for the 42B application. It's a very complex case. You have to show all these criteria. You have to establish all these criteria, but there are also other things, other nuances depending on each individual case.